people will try to manipulate you to make you feel guilt.
Yeah.
A guilt trap.
Shawty catch a vibe, yeah, I had to put her on. Bought a two-seater, yeah, we heading for the sun. Shawty got my high, I ain't tripping for the fun.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Justin and MaHogany YouTube channel, guys. Listen, up this morning early. Babe's over here. How you feeling? You feeling good?
Okay.
Okay. So I'm getting ready to make us some coffee. Actually, and then we just ordered some breakfast because Molly wanted something from Bojangles.
Mm-hmm.
So
everybody didn't have to order, guys, but I just wanted something. And of course, everybody else.
you know you don't eat in front of people and don't.
But there's food in the kitchen. Y'all need to have an eat at home anointing.
No, we need to have an eat out with you anointing.
No,
And actually, Bojangles is cheap on DoorDash.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That's about the cheapest now. That's on DoorDash. Like $23. Ain't that?
Where that? I ain't never had that.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, y'all, get ready to make some coffee this morning. Let's see where everything is over here. But get ready to make some coffee, y'all, because I need some coffee. Mm-hmm. So, get ready to make some coffee. But anyway, y'all, I wanted to jump on here because I want to talk about the spirit of manipulation.
That sounds like such a church term.
Huh?
It sounds like such a churchy term, but I guess when you say the spirit of manipulation, which that's what it is.
That's what it is.
But I
spirit
guess
of manipulation.
the people who ain't in church dealing with being manipulated and manipulators and just manipulation in general.
So, guys, as you know and as you follow me, I'll share more because we're gonna be starting our podcast soon. Excuse me, trying to get this coffee made right here.
But which I'm so excited about, guys. We're gonna be having like different conversations and stuff like that. So it's gonna be really, really good. But I definitely know this is one of the things we're gonna be talking about for sure.
Yeah. So as y'all know, if y'all been following our journey, what was I gonna say? Y'all know our family is not as supportive as maybe they should be. But some of y'all know how families are if you have ever experienced family issues and stuff. So our family has never been supportive, since the beginning. So, my thing is I've learned in the process of me becoming a man, building my family, becoming who I am, because I'm still evolving into who God has called me to be on a daily basis. I've learned, though, as I've gotten older, to distance myself. Doesn't mean I don't love you, but I distance myself.
Yeah.
And I've had to do that with my family. MaHogany has, her own ways, so she'll get into how she deals with hers. But I've on my side, I've came to a place where I've had to literally distance myself because just love them from a distance. Because one thing I've learned is with my mother and my grandmother, it's just like, to me, I deal with a lot of manipulation. And you can kind of go into like some of those, some of the things I experienced real quick after this.
Yeah. I guess, some of the things being like, if you don't do what they say, then they kind of withhold their hand from, the kids or you. For example, like if you don't call them back within a reasonable time, if you don't text them back within a reasonable time, then, they pretty much get like in their feelings and they stop sending the kids diapers and stop doing things for the kids.
Yes.
Kind of thing, which is weird because like, just because I always had the view that regardless of what my that's a lot of dollars. Regardless of what my stance is with you or where we stand, you should always, support the grandkids. You should always be involved in their life. So that's just one example, but I mean, it's so many.
It's so many examples. So
basically, I don't
do what you say
or what you want in the time that you want. Then I have to experience some kind of non-support. I have to be talked about. I have to be slandered on social media because I didn't do it what you wanted when you wanted me to do it.
And the way that you wanted me to do it. And then people too have a problem, which I've learned, I'm shocked because once you distance yourself, then they get amnesia about why you done distance yourself. So, recently I had a family member, I ain't gonna go into all detail, but I'm gonna tell you, I recently had a family member, but I'm gonna tell y'all raw, because the devil is a lie. They had reached out to us, and I hadn't talked to the individual, and they were like, baby MaHogany had spoke with them, and they was like, well, why Justin ain't letting us help you? I don't let you help because you want me to, in order for you to help and do it your way, I gotta do what you wanna do. That's manipulation. And, people, you have to be careful in today's time to not let people to manipulate you. You see what I'm saying? I think we had looked up the definition. Definition of manipulation is basically swaying someone to basically do what you want. That's the definition, swaying them to, giving them to lean, more to what you want them basically to do. Mm-hmm. So, I dealing with the spirit of manipulation and dealing with people that family that manipulate, no, it ain't gonna happen over here. No, I had my a relative text me not too long ago. Well, you ain't text your mama back. I did not tell you. Who the hell are you talking to? So you got to make sure you're being careful with the spirit of manipulation, because people will try to manipulate you to make you feel guilt.
Yeah.
A guilt trap. Guilt trap because you're not doing what they want you to do, or you're not doing it, or you're not doing it how they want you to do it. Mm-hmm. And then they'll say, why you want me to help? Because you want me to do it on your terms. And since I don't do it like that, you withhold your hand. Mm-hmm. Hey, what you think about that?
No, I think, yeah, it's manipulation. Anytime you have to be forced to do something somebody else's way, mm-hmm. and that's the only way that you can do it, or they stop supporting. Basically say that you have somebody that's supporting you, and I don't know, they say, okay, I'm gonna come to your shows every week. Mm-hmm. But in order for me to come to your shows, you have to call me back every mm-hmm. single time I call within 5 minutes. And you have to text me back every single time I text you. And, it's like a list of rules in order to get their support. Anything somebody gives you, it should be genuine and it should be from the heart. And they should not withhold it if you don't do what they want you to do when they want you to do it. Mm-hmm. And they shouldn't guilt trip you into doing something. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, for instance, say like with the labor and delivery. When it comes to labor and delivery, I don't have like a whole bunch of people in a room. That's just the way I prefer to do it. Mm-hmm. I'd rather it just be a nurse. I have friends that are nurses, so I do like when they come, like one of them, mm-hmm. and then my husband, and I just like those two people in there. But you shouldn't make me feel bad. Like, oh, you need to make sure that your family's in there, or you need to make sure your parents in there, or
it's your preference,
or we're not going to send no gifts. How about that? Like that's not.
Or
right.
You block me on. So have you ever had family members block you on social media because you don't? Listen, I'm just saying this, and I'm making it clear, and I want you to be encouraged, because I know that there are people are dealing with manipulation and dealing with people how they treat you because you don't do what they want you to do and how they want you to do it. And I've come to the place is I'm not gonna let if you need this chair, I'm not gonna let nobody put me in a guilt trap. You see what I'm saying? I ain't gonna let nobody do that. I ain't gonna let you make me feel bad. Y'all excuse me, we're trying to adjust the skin, it's all crooked. I'm not gonna make you let me feel bad because, I'm doing it the way I choose to do it. So I just want to encourage, anybody that's dealing with family trying to manipulate you, trying to tell you this way, and then they just cut their hand off because you ain't doing it. Let them cut it off, baby. Let them cut it off. Have you heard me? Let them cut it off. At the end of the day, let them cut it off, because at the end of the day, God is your source. God is your source. So they ain't your source. And listen, all that stuff talking about respect your elders. But I'm going to respect you in distancing myself. Mm-hmm. Y'all hear what I'm saying? We got to get out of that. No, ain't gonna be no manipulation. You ain't manipulating me. No, you ain't gonna make me feel guilty for doing it the way I want to do, how I choose to raise my household. Because I've ran into family members too. They'd be like, and I have a conversation about the particular family member that is bothering or manipulating me, and they be like, well, that's how they always been. Well, you must want them to be like that. You must choose to deal with it. But I tell you who ain't gonna deal with it. And then let's talk about this another thing too. And this is the spirit of manipulation, because it kind of ties into that. When family members give this excuse that their mom or daddy did it to them. Mm-hmm. That no. That just because your mom. I mean, have you heard that?
Yeah, for sure.
Don't sit down, baby. Shoot, don't rest your booty tooty. But yeah, they be like, my mama did it to you. I mean, have you heard somebody say that to you?
Yeah, for sure. They'll use the excuse, oh, well, my mom, she treated me like this, so that's why I'm like this, and I think that's just crazy to use that as an excuse, considering the fact that it's like, your parent might have treated you like that and you tolerated it, but that does not mean that I'm going to tolerate that same behavior from you because you tolerated it from your family out of respect. You know what I'm saying? Your parent might have called you and hung up in your face, laid you out there and hung up in your face, and you said, well, I'm still going to tolerate that. And so you want me to tolerate when you call me and hang up in my face. And that's not what I'm going to do.
I'm not going to do it.
So, I think that's just, and then especially too, when it comes to the respect your elders, I think it is honestly very respectful to distance yourself than to be disrespectful to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, I think too, we need to just make sure that when we say like respect your elders, that we are looking at that scripture and evaluating what came before it and what came after it. Because God never intended us to respect someone who manipulates us, who mentally sabotages us, who mentally drains us or causes any mental stress or different things like that. There are people who have, unfortunately, family is just like anybody else now.
Oh,
family is just like,
I thought that was mine, y'all.
Family is like anybody else when it comes to the fact that they have issues too, and so I can't. Just because your family does not mean I have to tolerate your issues.
It doesn't excuse you.
Right, and mean that I have to tolerate, your issues and the way you do. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This is 2022, and so it's like I have to protect my peace. I have to protect my mental. That's important these days.
You got to. And I know you had a conversation too about, I know with the person that, one of my relatives, they were telling respect your elders, just need to respect the elders. And I respect people, because I'm going to tell you something, I grew up with some cousins, and I got some family members that would whoop them parents behind, and I would never do that to my parents. I respect it, and if I have to distance myself because I don't, I feel that if I have to lay you out or do something like that, I think that's disrespectful. But to me, distancing myself is being respectful. So... But what was I gonna say? It was something else I was gonna say just a minute ago about how people is. But yeah, just making sure you distance yourself and then you respect. But respect works both ways. Mm-hmm. You can't tell somebody to respect the elders and you ain't respectful. Mm-hmm. And I know you was making, that's what I was saying. You was making a comment where people ain't dealing with that no more. We should have never been dealing with it.
Yeah.
We should have never been dealing. I know you were telling them, when people ain't doing it anymore, people got mental illness, we gonna see therapists today. No, we should have never been dealing with it. It should never been a generation. It should have been stopped years ago in your bloodline. So this fact is that, now, people ain't dealing with, I know my wife made a comment, and yeah, people ain't dealing with no more for sure. But it should have stopped a long time ago. And just because, another relative choose to deal with them like that, I'm not gonna do it. Sorry, baby. Just like there are generational curses, we're going to get ready to begin generational blessings over here. Y'all see what I'm saying? We get ready to begin generational blessings over here. So, anyway, y'all comment down below some good, if you've ever experienced or you're dealing with a family member being manipulating or dealing with manipulating family members, putting you in a guilt trap because you doing what you do. Especially, I hear a lot of people, family get up and say, oh, you ain't the same person. I sure ain't. Mm-hmm. We ain't in the same year.
And the goal was always to evolve, never to stay the same.
But they expect you to stay the same. So,
and it's really hard too when you're an entrepreneur too, because people don't understand that, you know what I'm saying? Because your lifestyle isn't as visible as theirs, and what I mean by that is, you know, they might clock in every single day to a job, you know, from 9 to 5.
Yeah.
It is visible. Their car's parked there, you know they're there.
Yeah.
But when you do something that is creative, and I'm not saying 9 to 5s aren't creative because they are, but when you do something that looks like, you know, you're at work from home, or you're doing something that's different, then it's like, they don't want to understand why you don't have time, or why you can't do things or be somewhere, and then that becomes a whole nother thing there.
Yeah, we gotta learn to respect people's time, respect people's boundaries.
And you don't own people. You can't make people call you. You can't make people text you. You can't make people. And I think I listened to a message from 2D Jackson the other day, and he was like, a lot of people are disappointed because their expectations. You can't expect me to be like anybody else other than who I am. You know what I'm saying? Just because so-and-so call their mama every single day does not mean that I'm going to do that. Just because so-and-so signs their kids up for, I'm about to have 6 boys, that don't mean I have to sign them up for football. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't pressure me to be a certain way or to do a certain thing. You don't own me.
You can't imprison me. And that's why I was saying too, and we're going to wrap up, y'all, but I was saying too, I meant God had spoke to me not too long ago, because this new mentality out here, and this with family and friends, too, it make you, and this is a manipulating where we out there where people send you an invitation and then they get upset that you don't come. It was an invitation, not a subpoena. Y'all hear me? If you send me an invitation, I have in the choice, I have a choice whether I'm gonna come or not. It's not a subpoena. So do not get upset if I don't show up. So y'all, that's being manipulated, because you basically, when you sent your invitation, you should have told me it was a subpoena. You see? So now you upset because I didn't obey your subpoena, because when I thought it was an invitation. But anyway, y'all, comment down below if you dealt with some of these things. What techniques are you working? If this video has blessed you, if it's helped you, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share it with somebody. Let somebody be blessed. But listen, this has been Justin MaHogany.
We be talking about some real things.
We be talking about some real things, dealing with some real issues. But guys, until next time, we will see you in the next video. Remember, I'm your boy Justin. If you keep it locked, we will help you keep your marriage lit, your relationship lit. Stay connected. We out of here. Peace.
Shawty catch a vibe, yeah, I had to put her on. Bought her 2-seater, yeah, we heading for the sun. Shawty got my high, I ain't tripping for the fun.